Bonjour. So day 2 of the Baltimore Comic Con. It's in the morning because I'm still not waking up early and all the rest of it. I'm up early, so I thought I'd just do this quick video that I didn't do yesterday because I was proper knackered after all the excitement of the first day. I met these guys. They've got a stand there. VISI. I hope I'm getting that. I'm pronouncing that properly. Just a sampler of I think there's six stories in here. But what got me thinking? I've read each story. There's like four pages. These are the issues that are coming out in February, as you can see. A real nice bunch of guys on the table. Kevin Van Hook, I think that's his name. He's one of the he's executive editor. He was co-creator of Bloodshot. So, and the other guy I met, Ryan Laxamane, CEO, who I met, just really nice guys, and there was another creator there, etc., etc., etc. But the interesting thing I've been thinking about is this unity in diversity. Now, anyone that knows me knows that I'm not one of these. If anything, it winds me up when I hear the words diversity and inclusion in films, in anything, because what it tends to do is make it very dull, and it's done to virtue signal. It's done for all the wrong reasons. A bit like with old Dismal Minus when they started spoiling the Marvel films so that they could get certain markets, certain demographics. These guys, what I've realised is, and going through, and I will show you a little bit of the artwork and stuff, because apart from Kevin Van Hook, I'm assuming I've met him, he's the normal American white guy who's written two or three of these stories, including Changelings, which I think is going to be the hit. The artwork, let me just show you this splash page. Look at that. Look at that, that is superb. And it's a good story. You can, I think from that one picture, you can kind of get. But getting back to the diversity thing, what I've realised with these stories is we've got characters and stories written and drawn by guys and girls who live in the area. Like, this is the writer of this, or the artist of this, I met on the stand. And she said, oh, it's a story for children. When I read it, it was just more like a fable, which doesn't make it for children. It makes it child friendly, obviously, but it isn't a childish story. I thought it was just an intriguing. But it's getting back to this diversity thing. They're going to do a range of comics, and I'm not going to think that everyone is awesome. Obviously, they're doing, from the looks of this, they're doing different things for different people. But because of the settings, straight away, this diversity thing works, because you're getting stories set in different. This is a gangster one, set in Singapore, I think, Indonesia. So, because of the different settings, I'm thinking, this bit on the back, this unity in diversity, it's been so abused in modern media in the West that the first time you see it, your eyes roll. And that shouldn't be the way, should it? Because I think what we've got coming here, what we've got in this company here, is some very professional and enthusiastic guys and girls going to produce some comics that we haven't seen. It's not the same old thing. But they're not race swapping characters or any to satisfy the Southeast Asian market, because I think the guy Ryan, who's the CEO, I think he comes from the neck of the woods and worked for Netflix. You know, they've got all the bio in the first. What's it here? And what I'll do nearer the time of these release, because I'm just intrigued, and also want to support someone, because I did ask him, what madness consumed you? to start up your own comic. And because he worked in films, and obviously Kevin Van Hook, you know, they're all linked to all forms of media. And I think their intention is in a few years, you know, just to construct like a sensible business plan involving the comics. Not that they said this, but I'm assuming that the comics are the testers for the characters that they get the best feedback about, and leading on to films and TV. Nothing wrong with that at all. And I wish them all the best, but hopefully nearer the time I can do a better kind of review of the first 3 comics. They've reviewed, there's 5. There's 5. These are, if you can see that, sorry guys, I'm really not understanding how this laptop camera, it's all opposite, and now I can't see what I'm doing, so I don't know if you're getting that. And obviously I know I've showed that before, but this is just to support, you know, because it's a massive, you imagine, it's a massive thing. And all right, it costs a few quid, doesn't it, to start up your own comic company, but you've got to really want it. And the thing that was coming across from the 3 guys and girls I met was the enthusiasm, which I love. And like I say, out of these 5, there's 3 here. I mean, the back one as well is great. This Nuzantra Falls. And again, it's a different setting. So straight away, it might be an action story. It might be, look, it could have been generic. Again, look, this is nice artwork. It could have just been generic, but you can tell by, and it is great artwork, but the setting is different. The setting is different. The creators are bringing a different set of influences and etc. to these stories, which I did find really interesting, which is why I'm doing just one dedicated video to them, because I was just going to lump in this with all the new stuff I bought today, but it was that one thing on the back where I thought, yeah, it's working. And anyway, and good luck to them as well. I will leave it there. And hopefully I've intrigued you enough to pick them up. But like I say, I will no doubt be reviewing them in the hogVIEWs in February next year. But in the meanwhile, adios.